specialty, right? I'm a seller's representative specialist. I went to school, I got the designation. But if you didn't go to the school and you didn't get that designation, you're not a seller's representative specialist. You're not a property manager if you never did property management in a building. So you can't say that you're a specialist in this, you're a specialist in that, if you don't have a certificate or some sort of proof that you went to school to become one. I would never dare say I have a master's degree in real estate unless I got a master's degree. Article 12, realtors shall be honest and truthful in their real estate communications and shall present a true picture in advertising, marketing, and other representation. So I'm taking a picture of a co-op, and I put near to all. And I show a picture of the train station, and I show a picture of the bus station, I show a picture of all the shopping areas, and meanwhile, it's about 3,500 miles away from everything. That's not near to all. There's a picture of, in Long Beach, there was a picture of a house, and they showed a picture of an ocean, they showed a picture of the boardwalk, right? I got to the house, I'm in the bedroom, and I'm looking around. The lady goes, "What are you looking for?" I said, "I'm looking for the ocean views. I'm looking for the ocean front." I said, "In the pictures, it says, has a picture of the nice clear ocean." So I'm thinking it was a view from one of the windows. I'm like, so there was misrepresentation right there. So you have to show a true picture of your marketing. Article 13, realtors shall not engage in the activities that constitute the practice of law. So if your broker or your manager, practices leases or does leases in the office, and we all know who does it, but it doesn't make it right. Or if I say, listen, legally, that wall doesn't belong there. Or that's an illegal basement apartment. Or that stove was put in illegal. Well, here I'm practicing the law. So that is totally against the violation of Article 13.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
So I have someone that says, "Hey, I want to put a basement apartment down here in this finished basement and put a stove and all that stuff." My job is to say, what?
It's a basement. It's a one-family house, it's a basement. And what do they say? "Oh, Whiskey, I want to put a basement apartment down here. I want to make this all finished rooms. I want to put a bathroom in here." You can do whatever you want. I say, this is what I say. You can do whatever you want. If you get the right permits and you get the right, municipality saying it's okay, go right ahead.
So one more thing. I want to rent this basement.
Yeah. Go use another realtor. Because the minute you engage in the practice of renting illegal apartments, you're done.
Well, I'm not renting the apartment. I'm selling the house.
Yeah?
So if they want to buy the house and then their goal after buying the house is to rent.
Who'd you represent?
I'm representing the buyer. So the buyer wants to buy this house.
Mr. Buyer,
and
I'm selling you a one-family or a two-family house.
I'm selling you a one-family house.
I'm selling you a one-family house. Whatever exists down here, I'm not even paying attention to it, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're calling attention to it.
Leave that one.
Cover your assets. CYA. Article 13 is the law. Article 14. If you're charged with an unethical practice, there's a professional standards proceeding that your broker has to take the other broker up to. And this just simply says that realtors shall put all the pertinent facts on the table to determine whether or not there is a case, and they'll take no action to disrupt any of the proceeding. That's what it says here. Article 15, realtors shall not knowingly or recklessly make false or misleading statements about other real estate professionals, their businesses, or their practices. Don't talk bad about another realtor. It's a violation of the Code of Ethics.
Unless it's true.
Whiskey, Daryl over here, I don't like the way he does business. And you know what? I'm not going to show any of his listings because he's very shady and he just loves to commit crimes in those real estate houses there because, I know it. I know it for a fact. He's doing this and I'm talking bad about him and you're Daryl's best friend. Now you tell Daryl and Daryl has a right to take me up on ethical charges.
What if that actually happened to me and Daryl lied to me and was dishonest and everything I said he did to me?
Then you take a bat and take him outside and beat the hell out of him. No, what you do is in my case, you take Uncle Sonny and you call Uncle Sonny. No, I'm only kidding. But no, if you have proof and you can have witnesses, you can take them up on ethical charges. That's the answer. Article 16, realtors shall not engage in any practice or take any action inconsistent with exclusive representation, exclusive brokerage relationship agreements that other realtors have with their clients. So, let's pick on someone else today. Michelle has a listing in her neighborhood. And Hydan wants to call her client because she feels that Michelle's client should have listed with her. So she calls Mrs. Smith and says, Mrs. Smith, why did you list with Michelle when I gave you the best commission rate going? And Mrs. Smith says, oh, I'm sorry, Hydan, I didn't mean to. Forgive me. You know what I'll do? I'll take it away from Michelle and give it right back to you. And Hydan is very happy. And then Mrs. Smith calls Michelle, listen, you can't have the listing anymore. I promised it to Hydan, who called me this morning and asked me why I didn't. I feel bad. And Michelle goes, did Hydan call you direct? Yes. Well, Hydan violated Article 16 of the Code of Ethics. Mrs. Jones or Mrs. Smith? How do you feel about that now? That's the kind of broker you want working with you? Because if somebody's that easy to break the Code of Ethics, guess what else she's able to do? So Michelle here has to protect her listing because Hydan interfered in her contract agreement, her exclusive contract, her relationship with the seller. That's a violation of Article 16. Does everybody get that?
What if the clients reach out to us?
What?
What if her listing is expiring in 2 months and then she calls,
Still doesn't give her the right.
so wait till the.
You know when you have the right?
When the listing expires.
12:01, the day the listing expires. And there's some idiot out there at 12:01 midnight, always at the door, leaving a package at the door. If somebody ever comes near my door at 12:01, they'll be shot, tarred, and feathered. Think about how desperate people have become in the real estate industry. They leave packages, they go around on the night that the listing is going to expire, and they leave packages at the door.
I thought you said we don't have competition.
What? They don't, because if any seller, any self-respecting seller with a brain opens that door and finds that package and says, and then I would call it, when did you leave that envelope? I left it there at midnight last night. I wouldn't list it with them. They're nuts. And don't tell me you have insomnia.
What if they waited till 9 a.m.?
They waited till 9 a.m. Yeah, all right, Hey, I noticed your house didn't sell and I was wondering why not. Can we have a conversation about your house now? But you do it the right way and not while the listing is in force. Article 17, mediation arbitration. Realtors shall submit the dispute to arbitration in accordance with the policies of the board, rather than litigate the matter, rather than suing the person in a court. I'm agreeing to bringing it to mediation and ethics in my own association. Let my association decide the fate of this agent. Anybody have a question?
I have a question.
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to ask you before about the disclosure agreements. Now, is it required that the buyer sell, or is it required that I've given disclosure statements, agreement, agency disclosure agreements, buyer, I'm the buyer's agent, and I haven't gotten them back signed yet. Does that put me in trouble with anybody?
You sent out all the disclosure
I sent it out,
agreements.
my name, company name on it, everything is checked off. Here, this is what
Okay.
this is.